host of Aaron's Hour, Aaron Phillips.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, and welcome to another edition of Aaron's Hour, coast to coast, coming to you live from a hot, sweltery, stinky, muggy Virginia, cloudy, smoke-filled Virginia Beach, Virginia. I'm your host, Aaron Phillips. Welcome you into the studio today. We are debuting a brand new background. What do y'all think of the background back here? Isn't that pretty cool? Courtesy of my guy, John JPEG Styles there in Vegas. How are you, my friend?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Has the smoke started getting to you from those wildfires in Canada and all of that? No, you cannot get, well, you're getting smoke, but it's just not the kind for the wild.
I haven't been outside in 3.5 days.
By choice. You got the tunnels underground to get to
I've been working.
I know you are a working fiend. So we got a brand new set visual, and then the studio logo right over here over Dave's head is a new logo for WVBV TV. John is working it up, bringing us up to speed, my friend. We're putting the caboose to pasture, aren't we, John?
Yep. And so I'm going to go take my nap now. So I'll see you.
Go take your nap. See you in an hour. All right. Joining me today on the show. Gotta love John. Joining me today on the show, he is the owner of Fitness. Why am I blanking? Fitness Mechanic. What is it?
Fitness Machine Technician.
And he's got it right there. Fitness Machine Technicians. There you go. It's right there on the shirt. Dave Kaysen joins us. We met a handful of months ago through the Hampton Roads Chamber of Commerce. And this guy's been busy fixing people's machines. And so we finally had the opportunity to bring him in to talk about his business and get everything rocking and rolling. But first of all, as always, thank you for watching us on whether it's any of the 3 Facebook pages, any of the 3 YouTube channels. And of course, tomorrow, the 7th network, you can go to dbtv.tv, David Bruner TV. He runs our shows there. 1 p.m. on his network, he re-airs Aaron's Hour. And at 8 a.m., you can rewatch Kiwanis Connects as well. And then, of course, in an hour and a half from now, locally, if you're not tired of me at 12:30 local time on Cox Cable Channel 4, Sky 4, the Voice of 757 TV show will be on the air. My guest today is Arrington Gavin. He is the founder of Rugged Evolution, men's beard creams and skincare and all that stuff. And he's got a foundation that right now is in the middle, believe it or not, of a backpack drive getting ready for school. Here we are, sweltering July 4th just passed us, and we're ready to talk about school preparation. Can you believe it?
Hard to believe.
Crazy, right? I think, what is it, September 1st, I think? I was talking with some kids yesterday that school goes back into session in Vegas. By then, kids are already in school 2 weeks because they start in the middle of August out there.
Oh,
because of the heat. Not that we're not experiencing heat out here right now, but hey, it is what it is. And, we got to do what we got to do for that. All right. So that pretty much enough. By the way, today's show is brought to you by Freedom Lending Team, Stephanie Carpenter to Comfort. And if you are a veteran and you've got a slew of benefits regarding wanting to buy your first home or refi and you're not sure what to do, please call Stephanie Corcoran. You'll see her phone number come up in a little bit when we run her commercial. And of course, a little message from our friends at Sky 4. While I have it, I also promised a couple of people some messages before we get into Vegas and Wrap 2.0. Calling all golfers out there on the 27th, which is a week from Monday. Actually, that's the day I go back to Vegas. Greenbrier Country Club. You may remember I had George Lopez on here. He is the founder of Honor America. And remember, I had him on as a guest a year ago after I played in this tournament September. They haven't asked me back to play. I don't know if there's any correlation there. That's not true. I'm going to be in Vegas. Anyway, they have their 5th annual Honor Remember charity golf tournament. By the way, I found out that George Lopez, the founder of this organization, she's the father of Sarah, the founder of Sea Point College. It's crazy. Sarah Hummel, doctor. They're like, I'm sitting in the golf cart with her at her tournament. He's like, you know my father. I'm like, well, who's your father? George Lopez. I'm like, what? So it's a small world. Anyway, so registration 10:30 shotguns start at high noon. Sponsorship programs, there's gold, silver, and bronze levels available. Teams, $500 a team. $500 team with whole sponsors. There's twosomes, individual players. For more information, all that you need to do is register and visit. Honor and Remember is the website, 5th Annual Golf Tournament. Check it out. Go play some golf for a great cause. All right, with that, let's get started, John. Let's hit it. It's time for Vegas and Wrap 2.0.
With a nod to the past and an eye to the future,
Here is Aaron Phillips with Vegas Unwrapped 2.0.
All right, let's get rocking and rolling. From my friends at Sky 4, have you ever been up to Busch Gardens up in Williamsburg?
Several times.
You like it up there?
Love it.
Beautiful. Wasn't that the place that there was just a story that came out? I think it was Busch Gardens in Williamsburg. I could be wrong, that they owe back taxes or something. Did you see this story?
I missed that.
Okay, so check it out. I think, God, I hope I'm not talking out of turn, but it was a Busch Gardens. I want to say, I think it was the one in Williamsburg. It may not be, but somebody's going to fact check me that there's some back taxes owed. So I hope it's not the one in Williamsburg, but my friends at Sky 4, if you want to register for a family pack of tickets, a pair of tickets to get in, simply go to sky4tv.com/contest, and you could register now through the 26th of July. Winners will be announced on July 27th for a pair of tickets to go up to Busch Gardens, make a splash at Water Country USA up there. So Sky 4, thank you very much. Go up there. If you're into Busch Gardens, go up there and register and have a good time. So, all right, let's talk about some gaming because, here in this, are you a gambler by trade? Do you like to go to the rivers and gamble a little bit?
I don't make enough money to attempt to waste
to blow it.
To blow it, yeah. So
that's a good point.
I'd be in jeopardy if I did that.
I'm the same way. It's like if I want to lose it that fast, I'll just put a match to it.
Absolutely.
But, with Rivers Casino over there in Portsmouth, and of course the new casino that's being built on the property where the Norfolk Tides play ball over there at, Waterside Park or Harbor Park. Harbor Park. So Virginia casino revenue topped $92 million in the month of June. June gaming revenues at Virginia's 3 permanent casinos and at temporary casinos in Petersburg and Norfolk totaled $92 million. Norfolk's temporary interim gaming hall, which opened November 7th of last year, reported adjusted gaming revenue, which is wagers minus winnings, of course, of $874,000 during the month of June. All of that came from its 132 slots, as the temporary casino doesn't have any table games. That's not bad. I mean, $800,000 just off of slot machines? That's pretty good. I think I'm going to put one in my office. A permanent $750 million Norfolk casino is being developed by Boyd Gaming and the Pamunkey Indian tribe, which is anticipated to open late next year. The temporary Petersburg casino reported more than $13.4 million in AGR, which again is the adjusted gaming revenue in June, with about $9.5 million coming from 926 slots and about $4 million coming from 32 gaming tables. Now, $92 million on the surface for Virginia may sound like a ton of money, but Las Vegas can make that in about an hour. So we got to keep that in perspective, right? Do you do any of the rip-off tickets or any of those things? You don't gamble at all?
Sometimes I do lotteries.
Oh, the lotteries.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the lotteries are good. You know why? Because the revenue for the lotteries specifically go into K through 12 education in our budget. And I love that about what Virginia does.
Right.
You folks back there in Nevada need to learn from that, even though the casinos don't want any lottery tickets being sold. They want every dollar. But something's got to happen for you guys back there. But a Chesapeake man, an anonymous Chesapeake man, is a recent lottery winner. On the 30th of June, it's taken him a couple of weeks to come forward to claim his ticket. Bought a cash 5 with Easy Match ticket online. The man then received an email from the Virginia Lottery after the drawing to let him know that he won $358,000 from an online lottery. Absolutely. Virginia law permits any winner of Virginia Lottery prize to claim a prize anonymously. Used to be $1 million or less, or was it $1 million or more? There was the $1 million threshold where you can claim your prize anonymously, but I think that just changed in July. The gentleman said, I had to look 2 or 3 times to see where the decimal point was, which is funny. It feels great, he says. Cash 5 with Easy Match features a rolling jackpot starting at a minimum of $200,000. The odds of winning the main jackpot are 1 in 1.2 million chances. So good for him. Good on you, as they say. Here's another one. This was a shocking win for this individual because an electrician won this lottery. See what I did there? Shocking an electrician. Do not try this at home. I am a supposed professional. Anyway, a Fredericksburg electrician received the surprise of his life after scratching off a Virginia lottery ticket worth $100,000. The anonymous winner purchased a cash wheel scratcher at an Exxon located at Warrington Road up in Fredericksburg. The ticket turned out to be the game's only $100,000 top prize. So there you go. Congratulations to him. Vegas, not to be outdone. A tourist from LA recently won $2.2 million off of a $5 side bet at the Venetian last week and was given a free cardboard frame that said jackpot winner. You can see the picture right there. I don't know if we can get it on camera, but let me see if I do that. You can see the frame around his head. He can, witness to say, he carried that around with him all day long, walking around the casino. So good for him. $5 bet, 2.2 million. But it's stories like this. John and I back in Vegas always talk about like $5 side bet, right? But how many regular bets did this guy have to place before that one $5 side bet got him 2.2 million? He may have spent $2 million.
Right.
Right. I mean,
Right.
those parts of the story always fascinate me. But then again, I'm easily fascinated. So, all right, let's bring it a little closer home to Virginia Beach. You know, it's never too late to talk about Labor Day. Can you believe it? We were just talking about school. Labor Day is coming up. Are you a concert guy? Do you like going to concerts in town? And
I enjoy the concerts. I
Do
don't
you?
like the crowds.
nice.
Yeah.
The older we get, crowds are more and more a pain
It
in the
is.
butt, aren't
It
they?
really is.
Well, what concerts have you seen here in Virginia Beach? What have you seen?
It's been a while, but Van Halen was one of my first.
Van
when I was in the
Halen.
area.
Are you native here?
No.
Where
I
are
was
you originally from?
High Point, North Carolina.
High Point, North Carolina. And how long are you up here in Hampton Roads?
Well, the military brought me here.
Mm.
I'm retired Navy, so
Oh,
I
okay.
actually,
Thank you for your service.
I appreciate that. Thank
Absolutely.
you.
That's why he's in blue, if you notice, probably. Navy blue. And I'm
Right.
in blue. I didn't perform in the Navy. Closest I got to Navy was the YMCA song in the Navy. Anyway,
Right.
I digress.
I came into the area in '98,
Okay.
so I'm a transplant.
Okay. But not too far. How far is that part of North Carolina where you're from here to Hampton Roads?
From here, about 4 hours.
Oh, that's not bad.
Not too bad.
That's like a weekend drive to from California to LA with good traffic out of Vegas.
Right.
So you saw Van Halen. So here you go. So Labor Day, down at Oceanfront, they've got music already planned down there for Labor Day weekend. So here you go. Head down to Virginia Beach Oceanfront to close out the summer over Labor Day weekend. So here's your lineup. On Friday, September 4th, the 17th Street Park Golden A K-pop Kids Party. So for the kids, there'll be stuff going on. 24th Street, Belladonna with special guest Brandon Roberts will be performing. And at the 31st Street stage will be Green Sky Bluegrass. On the 5th of September, 17th Street Park, the Aquabats with special guest Sullivan. 24th Street Park, Emily Ann Roberts with special guest S.J. McDonald. And 31st Street, Deep Blue Something will be performing. And on Sunday, September 6th, Carbon Leaf will be at the 17th Street Park. Pop 2000s featuring Chris Kirkpatrick, O-Town, Ryan Cabrera, and LFO will be at 24th Street. And Lily Winwood would be at 31st Street Park. And I don't expect you to remember all that, but you're always welcome to go back and rewatch the show. Or you can go to Beach Events, VB, like virginiabeach.com, and all of these shows will be available there as well. All concerts will begin at 7:30. And they're free concerts. So you're going to need to take your lawn chair and get there early before the crowd, especially after coming off of the beach that day. So last thing I want to talk about, you're probably familiar with these National Calendar Day celebrations like National Pizza Day and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I pulled off 3 that are celebrating today, which I thought were kind of interesting. Did you know? Are you a fruit guy? Do you like fruit?
Love fruit.
What's your favorite fruit?
I do enjoy apples and bananas.
Okay, basics. I'm the same way. I
Right.
don't like the kiwis and all that. I'm with you. Apples and bananas.
Right.
Oranges, grapefruits.
Love
those are good.
oranges.
Matter of fact, we were talking about grapefruits. I keep grapefruit juice in my refrigerator here. He's sucking down one of the grapefruit juices, or pineapple juice, actually. National Tropical Fruit Day. Today, July 18th, National Day calendar celebrating the delicious food holiday, National Tropical Fruit Day. This fruity celebrates the variety of exotic tropical fruit from around the world and gives us the opportunity to get a taste of some sweet taste as well. Candy, National Sour Candy Day. I never did sour candy, but July 18th is National Sour Candy Day. Adults and children alike will enjoy lip-puckering, eye-watering flavors. Choose your favorite sour candy and celebrate. Last but not least, what was it? Robin Leach. Remember Robin Leach when he used to do, the shows of the famous and all of that?
I do.
Well, today is National Caviar Day in honor of Robin Leach, recognized as a seafood delicacy with roe on toast. The day also raises awareness about the survival of the sturgeon. I didn't know the sturgeon was in trouble, to be honest with you.
Neither did I.
If you need a surgery, just call a sturgeon. Anyway, okay, so with that, it is time we step aside for our first break of the show. When we come back, we're going to talk about all there is to need to know about Dave and his business and helping you stay fit, whether it's in your house or at a gymnasium, wherever there's broken down equipment. Dave wants to be there to fix it for you to get healthy. You're watching Aaron's Hour Coast to Coast with Dave on the other side. We'll be right back.
Stephanie Corcoran, branch manager of the Freedom Lending Team, is a dedicated VA home loan specialist that runs a team with one mission, serving those who have served our country. As a proud military family member, she understands the sacrifices that come with service. That's why Stephanie and her team are committed to making the VA loan process simple, clear, and tailored specifically for veterans and active duty families. Whether you're buying your first home or using your VA benefits again, you deserve a team that knows the ins and outs and puts your needs first. To chat with Stephanie, call 209-777-5160. At Freedom Lending Team, we don't just do VA loans, we specialize in them. Let us help you take the next step by bringing veterans home.
Hi, I'm Hall of Fame broadcaster and local TV host Aaron Phillips. Are you interested in hosting a podcast? I offer a podcast seminar where I share the information you need to set up your podcast for success. Some of the topics that I cover include basic terminology, how to do a successful interview, who to target as a potential advertiser, and more. For more information, visit thevoiceof757.com or email me directly at aaron@thevoiceof757.com. Let my voice speak to you. All right, welcome back to Aaron's Hour, Coast to Coast. Dave Kaysen joins me here from Fitness Machine Technicians. John, can you bring up the flyer for the health fair, and then we'll get with Dave. There you go. Next Saturday, July 25th, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., the Mount Chesapeake Church's second annual community health fair will be held from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. This is a community-focused event, aims to promote health awareness, provide vital services, and connect families with trusted healthcare professionals and community partners. The event will feature a wide range of free health services and family-friendly activities, including mammograms, PSAs, blood pressure, cholesterol testing, the all-important A1C screenings for potential diabetes, vascular testing, BMI assessments, cooking demonstrations by professional chefs, health education sessions, healthy food trucks, bounce house and children's activities, and much more. Additionally, all major healthcare systems in the Hampton Roads area, Chesapeake Regional, Centara, Bon Secours, Riverside, and CHKD will be in attendance, making this an excellent opportunity for meaningful collaboration and outreach. Again, for more information, simply Google the Mount Chesapeake Church's second annual community health fair, Saturday, July 25th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Tell them Aaron Phillips sent you, and they'll give you an extra pat on the back or something. I don't know. All right, let's get down to some business. Fitness Machine Technicians of Hampton Roads. The owner, Dave Kaysen, joins me here. And as I mentioned earlier, we met at a Hampton Roads Chamber meeting 6 months ago, whatever it was. And I love the chamber. I'm a big advocate for the chamber because you just get an opportunity to meet some great people. And we had a great conversation that day, just about, I think we've all faced the crisis of what you try to fix for people, and that's broken down fitness equipment.
Yes.
I think there's a part of us that says, boy, I really wish my treadmill would break so I don't have to do it anymore. Or you buy a treadmill and it becomes a very expensive, clothes closet, stuff hanging on it. But the reality is really the best benefit is for it working. And so how did you get into this? I mean, why fitness equipment? Talk about the evolution of how you got into this business in the first place, because it's a very niche market, I would think.
It truly is. The evolution is that during my time in the military, in the Navy, I have an electrical and electronics background.
Okay.
And it just fit my skill set.
Okay.
Whenever I was looking to get out towards the second half of my career,
right,
I knew I wanted to be an owner of a small business. I just didn't know what.
Okay.
So I just looked at the needs and what's available in the area. So I called around, and lo and behold, Fitness Machine Technicians, a franchise, didn't have anyone in this territory.
Really?
Correct. Yeah. So I looked more into it. It's right in my wheelhouse, and that's what I pulled the trigger and did.
Right on. So how long have you had the business here in Hampton Roads?
Just over 2 years.
Okay, so still relatively new. There's a lot of new car smell still on the business.
There really is. We're the newest in the area. There's a couple of my competitors who've been here for over 15 years.
Okay.
And I'd like to say that I'm the best.
Of course, you have to, right?
Yes. So
I only bring the best on this show, by the way.
Right. And that's basically the evolution and how long I've been in
so
business.
Let's talk about marketing. I mean, aside from doing stuff like this and becoming part of the chamber, how do you find your client base? Are you more residential support, commercial, both? Talk about that.
We serve anybody, anywhere with equipment.
Okay.
And in Hampton,
there you go.
We're not going to go to Las Vegas or anything.
Right.
Although we do have a franchise there.
There you go. So he can connect you.
I can. In any case, literally anyone with equipment. It can be a corporate office. It could be a physical therapist.
Okay.
Apartments, condominiums.
Okay.
Hotels.
Gotcha.
But of course, residential.
Yeah. So is that the bulk of your business residential right now in the 2 years?
It has been. It has been.
Okay. I mean, do people call sheepishly and say, I'm sorry to tell you this, but my treadmill is down and I really need to start using it so my spouse gets off my back?
Well, I do get a lot of phone calls, but when people do Google searches for any search term they use, exercise equipment repair, treadmill repair, so on and so forth.
Okay.
They find me. We tend to pop up relatively high.
And I know you're on Facebook. You do have a Facebook page.
Correct.
Because I'm connected to that page myself.
Correct. And then they reach out to us either through an online form on our website, or through a direct phone call right to me.
So obviously, not all physical fitness equipment is electronic.
Correct.
But can you work on non-electronic? I mean, we're talking about your background as an electrician, so obviously things like treadmills obviously would be in your wheelhouse from the electronic standpoint. Right. But can you work on other pieces of equipment as well?
Yes, the other primary piece of equipment that is non-electrical / electronic, are cable weight machines with the plates that you move the pin up and down.
Setup, right?
Exactly, or similar pieces of equipment. Yeah,
and because of the wheelies and the pulleys and stuff.
Wheels, pulleys, cables, upholstery, that sort of thing.
Upholstery too. You patch upholstery?
We don't have that skill set yet, but if someone who has that skill set wants to call.
There you go. See, we just created an affiliation, right? There you go.
Right. But we can certainly replace as needed.
Sure. Okay. So, all right. So people find you through Google is the best place, right?
It is.
Do you ever walk into a place and you go, man, that piece of equipment is squeaking really bad. I got to talk to somebody about this.
All the time. I serve several local gyms.
Okay.
And they love my service, by the way.
Of course. There's no reason they shouldn't.
Exactly.
Come on.
Exactly. But I do make some visits to other gyms that I don't serve just to introduce myself and let them know that I'm in the area. And if I hear or see something, I just mention it as a courtesy, even though I'm not their service provider.
Just give them a little courtesy tip.
Absolutely. Yeah. So it happens pretty frequently.
So, all right. So list for me, we talk about like in the medical profession, symptoms of certain illnesses and diagnoses and all that sort of stuff. Right. What are symptoms that people can be on the lookout for on certain type, like let's say a treadmill versus a pulley system that people can be on the watch for to say, oh, maybe there's obviously a squeak might be one, a little WD-40 might fix it, but there might be more to it. What are some symptoms people could be on the lookout for equipment to say, there might be a problem here, either personally or in a gym facility?
Right. One of the biggest symptoms of equipment that needs service is a treadmill that whenever you're on it and you step down, particularly when you're running, and it pauses briefly and then it goes again. That's called slipping.
Okay. So that's the belt? Is that what that is?
Correct. The walking belt that people step on when they do their workout.
Okay.
When it begins to slip, that usually indicates friction between the belt and the deck.
Gotcha.
And there are a few things that we could do to address that, whether it's lubrication or belt adjustments.
Okay, because as you describe that scenario, all I can picture is that once it hits, that person going flying, because it stops for a split second, it sounds like.
It truly can. And that's one of the things we try to emphasize is safety for the user.
Sure.
During our preventative maintenance services, we look for things like that.
Okay.
Potential causes that could cause the slippage.
Right.
And we address it.
Yeah.
Because while it's not only a safety issue for the user, it's also a liability for the owner of that equipment, because in our society,
are we a litigious society?
We are a litigious society, and nobody wants anyone to get hurt, but certainly no one wants to have to pay out compensation.
No, of course not. Good morning, Michael John Miller is watching in the chat room. Good morning, Michael. Thank you for tuning in. So what else? What other symptoms besides a soft patch on the pad on the treadmill? What else?
Another common issue is an incline malfunction.
Okay.
Ellipticals and treadmills generally have an incline feature.
Okay.
When it buzzes, it doesn't go up to the degree that you expect it.
Okay.
Or not at all.
Okay.
Are other symptoms.
Okay. So I'm just trying to think. God forbid those things should happen while somebody's on the equipment. Right. So if they're on the equipment, now I'm intrigued by the one that you said that if they hit the incline button, we'll just use a treadmill because that's more obvious where you can see the incline.
Yes.
How would somebody know if an incline feature is not performing the way it should? It's going up, but maybe not going where it should be. Is there a way to tell in that sort of process that it's not inclining the way it should be? Mid incline. Boy, that sounded like an Abbott and Costello question if there ever was one.
Right. Who's on first?
Right, exactly.
Yeah. You could either, there are lots of different symptoms you could get whenever you attempt to do an incline change. No response whatsoever.
Well,
is
sure.
One.
Right.
But
Yeah.
another is oftentimes users are become accustomed to what
The incline
they
position
should be seeing as opposed to what is occurring.
Gotcha. Okay, so they can kind of sense it out
Exactly.
accordingly.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Interesting. Hey, while we're talking about all this, if you have a question about your piece of equipment, we're talking exercise equipment. If you have a question or comment, please put it in the chat room here on Facebook. I am monitoring the chat room. If you're watching us on YouTube, by all means, put your comment or question in there as well, simply because of the fact John back there in Vegas can monitor the YouTube comments as well. All right, before we went on the air, before we get back to more of this stuff, because I'm intrigued by all of this, I warned you before I went on the air that I have a whole slew of questions that I'm going to fire at you that really have no important ilk of anything in life other than just the curiosity of who Dave is outside of the business. So I'm going to hit you with a couple of those before we go off to our second break of the show. So I'm going to start off. I'm going to give you a real easy one. Who's your favorite actor of all time? Male side.
Male side. A lot of people say I look like this person. I don't see it, but I've had 24 people tell me I look like Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is a phenomenal,
absolutely,
super talented actor.
He's great.
He is.
I could see a little resemblance in that, more like the Terminal from the act he did in the Terminal.
I often ask, well, which Tom Hanks are we talking about?
Is that the one that you get?
Well, I don't usually get a response as to which Tom Hanks, but I'm always like Forrest Gump, Saving Private Ryan Tom Hanks. Which one are we talking about?
I could see the Terminal.
Forrest Gump.
That's me. You sound like him though. You got that little deep. You got that little deep roll in there.
That's Southern twang.
Favorite actress, the female side here. Who's your favorite actress of all time?
All time.
These are the $1 million questions here.
It really is. I was not expecting these.
And that we see if I told you ahead of time.
Specifically these questions.
That's right.
Believe it or not, I kind of am fond of Ellen Barkin. It's been a while since she's been in anything, but I always felt that she had that extra pizzazz. Yeah.
I can't honestly tell you the last time I ever heard Ellen
She hasn't been around for a while.
In this questionnaire, but that's okay. Hey, it's your favorite, not mine. No, okay. Favorite all-time movie. So then when it comes on, whatever streaming service you may be watching, grab your favorite adult beverage, a significant other, you turn your phone off. You don't want to be bothered while what movie is playing.
I like The Rock. Nicolas Cage and Sean Connery.
Getting off of Alcatraz.
Super action-packed from start to finish.
Okay.
And I love the story.
That was a late 90 movie.
It was. I'm kind of dating myself.
No. The fact that I knew should tell you I'm dating it with you there. So,
right.
That was at the time. I mean, that was an interesting movie because Alcatraz just has this certain savoir-faire about the story, about the history, and are they going to open? Are they not going to open? Are they going to use it? And all the stories about people trying to get off the rock. And then here you have the movie that portrays it is quite fascinating. That's a good pick. I like that. What's your favorite genre of music you like to listen to?
I like 80s rock.
Okay. So that's going to lead me to the next question. So you're driving around town, going to your next appointment.
Right.
You're at a red light. You don't care what anybody's seen in the cars. You're just chilling to a song. You're doing your own karaoke. What song are you karaokeing to in the car?
AC/DC Thunderstruck.
I just got goosebumps with Thunderstruck because my CrossFit gym back in Vegas, shout out to those folks back there, CrossFit Raw Appeal. One coach, as part of a warm-up, would play Thunderstruck.
Right.
And every time the word Thunderstruck was stated in the song as we're running a lap, we had to drop and do a burpee.
Oh, wow.
You know how many times Thunderstruck is said in that stupid song?
A lot.
80.
80? Wow, I did not know that.
That's a lot of flipping burpees, ladies and gentlemen. And any of my local coaches here in Virginia Beach start doing that, you're in trouble. Okay. Thunderstruck, AC/DC. That's a good one as well. Last one for this before we go to our next break. What is your all-time favorite vacation spot that you'd like to go to someday?
That I would like to go to?
You would like to go. It's your bucket list. Someplace you haven't been. I know probably with the Navy, you've probably traveled and you've probably been to some places. Maybe some of those places you'd like to go back to on a personal level. That's fine. Sure. But where would you like to go on a vacation? Where's your bucket list vacation?
I would like to go to Mount Rushmore.
Really?
I do.
Okay.
I love the mountains. I love the fresh air.
Okay.
And I think that's just a fascinating destination.
Rushmore. See, usually on my when I used to be part of the wrestling, we used to ask people what people's wrestling Mount Rushmore people would be. What's your passion? You're into sports? You into what's your hobby?
I love college football.
Okay.
With this new career that I'm embarked on,
Right.
I don't get quite as much opportunity
Right.
to watch sports as I would like.
Okay.
But I always love football.
Okay.
I was a baseball player.
Okay.
And,
So let me ask you this question then. What's your Mount Rushmore of college coaches? I don't care what sport.
oh,
Give me a Mount Rushmore of college coaches that you just sport or otherwise.
I am a North Carolina boy,
Okay.
born and raised.
Okay.
I like Mac Brown.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. So that's one. Give me three more. Finish out Mount Rushmore. Mount Rushmore has four
gosh.
presidents on it, doesn't
It-
Are you happy with Bill Belichick as your football head coach in North Carolina?
Not yet.
Not,
Right.
yeah, he had
I
a
have
very
faith,
troublesome first
I
year.
have faith.
All right. Well, he's a little age, the age difference, not a concern. His
No.
girlfriend might close the gap.
Right. I think he's got the skill and expertise to put the right people around him
Okay.
to be successful.
I think the jury is still out with a lot of people without him coaching down there, but that's neither here nor there. Give me
Right.
three more college coaches. That would be on your Mount Rushmore of college coaches in any sport or any position.
I am forgetting the name, but he
Okay.
coached the Miami Hurricanes in the 80s and
Jimmy
90s.
Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson.
Mhm.
I think
Then
he's
went on to Dallas.
Dallas, and was
uh,
successful. He won a couple Super Bowls there.
A couple
I'm
of
sure.
Super Bowls. Yeah, he did. Okay, that's good. That's two. You got two more?
You put
I
me
mean, if
on-
you're Mount Rushmore, if you want to stop at two, that's fine.
I'll stop it too. You put me on the spot. I'm like drawing a blank.
All right, with that, we're going to step aside for our second commercial break. We'll give Dave an opportunity to recollect the spot since I threw those curveballs at him. We come back, we're going to talk more about equipment, safety, exercise, and how to make sure that your equipment at home is safe and sound to prevent injury. You're watching Hour Coast to Coast. We'll be right back. Hi, I'm Hall of Fame broadcaster and local TV host Aaron Phillips. Are you interested in hosting a podcast? I offer a podcast seminar where I share the information you need to set up your podcast for success. Some of the topics that I cover include basic terminology, how to do a successful interview, who to target as a potential advertiser, and more. For more information, visit thevoiceof757.com or email me directly at aaron@thevoiceof757.com. Let my voice speak to you.
Stephanie Corcoran, branch manager of the Freedom Lending Team, is a dedicated VA home loan specialist that runs a team with one mission, serving those who have served our country. As a proud military family member, she understands the sacrifices that come with service. That's why Stephanie and her team are committed to making the VA loan process simple, clear, and tailored specifically for veterans and active duty families. Whether you're buying your first home or using your VA benefits again, you deserve a team that knows the ins and outs and puts your needs first. To chat with Stephanie, call 209-777-5160. At Freedom Lending Team, we don't just do VA loans, we specialize in them. Let us help you take the next step by bringing veterans home.
Welcome back to Aaron's Hour, Coast to Coast. I'm Aaron Phillips. It's a good thing because otherwise the title of the show would be totally ridiculous if I wasn't Aaron Phillips. Dave Kaysen joins me. He's the owner of Fitness Machine Technicians here of Hampton Roads. We're talking about symptoms of machines when you're working out, if they're not sounding right, things you could do. But before I forget, because I have been forgetting, let's give out some contact information where my wonderful audience, if they know of a piece of equipment or have a piece of equipment that needs your attention, how do they find you? What's your website, phone number, email, whatever works?
Our website is fitnessmachinetechnicians.com, and all of our local franchises can be found that route, including myself. If you needed to make a phone call to us, 757-522-7121. Emails, hamptonroads@fitnessmachinetechnicians.com.
All right. And is there any particular question, like when they want to reach out to you, that you would like to know ahead of time about either the piece of equipment that's not working? What can they provide you in that communication?
It is very helpful if I know make and model,
Okay.
and often serial number
Okay.
of the equipment, as well as the symptoms that they're having.
Okay.
Why are they calling? What's the issue?
Do you work on all equipment, all labels, all manufacturers? Is there any that you just look at and go, that's not our forte, that you got to call somebody else for that?
Right. We work primarily would like to work primarily on major manufacturers, the Life Fitness, Precor,
Gotcha.
Matrix, Rogue.
Okay.
We will work on Nordic Track and Proform as well.
Okay.
Those are more residential, which
Gotcha.
we are very, very happy to work on and help out the residential customers. We try to avoid the very unusual.
You're trying to be so politically correct right now. I can
truly
tell
am.
he said he doesn't want to hurt any vendor, but
Right.
in other words, if it says Aaron's exercise equipment, it's probably one that he won't be able to support. How's that?
Brands you could basically only find on Amazon or the like, not sold on retail stores, are very difficult to service because one, the information about them is minimal, as well as parts availability.
Sure. Okay. That's fair. That's I'm just thinking Aaron's exercise equipment. He's sitting there trying to be politically correct. For those of you watching, the website is going across the bottom of the screen on the crawl, fitnessmachinetechnicians.com. If you're driving somewhere, don't look at the screen. Just listen to us and go back and watch it as well. We'll run the phone number in a little bit on the crawl as well. This way you can reference it. Now, here's the thing: is I want my audience has a tendency to take information like what we're chatting about. And your niche is so interesting because people need your service now.
Right.
They may already have equipment that's not working, or know in their gym certain things aren't working, or it's not broken yet. And so what I want my audience to do is to make sure they have your information handy so that when they need you, they call you. That's the purpose of that. So that's why we run the website, and you're on Facebook as well. So you can find, if you're on Facebook, you can, same name, Fitness Machine Technicians. Why do I want to keep changing your company name? I don't know, because it's my show and I can. That's why. No, he's on Facebook as well. You can check out the Facebook page there as well. Okay. How big is your staff? You're doing this 2 years. I know you.
Yes.
And I know we were talking before we went on the air, just as the red light went on to get us started. Talk about the size of your company. Talk about your availability. Let's let everybody know when they can have access to you, basically.
Right. As I mentioned earlier, I recently hired 2 new employees. One of them is a full-time employee.
Okay.
The other is a part-time employee.
Okay.
I already had an existing part-time employee as well as myself. I wear all the hats. I'm a technician as well as the administrator.
As an owner, we tend to do that anyway.
We truly are. And I just needed the extra time, which is why I brought on the extra tech help.
Okay. So basically you have 4 bodies, yourself and 3 others.
Correct.
Based on availability. Okay, that's good. I mean, you've gone from 1 employee yourself from 2 years ago to now here you are 2 years later. Basically, you've tripled the size of your staff. 4 if you include yourself, because I know you go out and do the tech work. But in order for your business to grow, having these other individuals around you to do the tech work so you can focus on the things that you need to do for the business, like growth and marketing and networking, like we were talking about, that's got to be more in your wheelhouse as well.
Not only is it more my wheelhouse, it's also a necessity if you want to have the income to help the people and pay your employees.
And if you want to have a spouse that stays happy with you too. Right.
That's important.
That's important for sure. All right. That's fair. So Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. What's your hours? Let's give them when you're available to come work on equipment.
We advertise 9 to 5, Monday through Friday.
Okay. All right.
One of my part-time techs also has let me know that he's willing to work on Saturdays.
Okay.
I know that Monday through Friday is often very difficult for especially residential customers.
Sure.
Because employment for their own work. Sure. So in certain circumstances, we can also do Saturdays.
Okay. Do you charge time and a half since it's a Saturday? Does he charge time and a half?
Why would you bring that up?
How about certain circumstances will be discussed? How's that? Listen, I want to make sure I'm advocating for my audience out
Absolutely.
Got to advocate for them. You know what I'm saying?
I treat my employees well.
Oh, I'm sure you do. Listen, that's the one thing about small businesses. In all sincerity, my wife works for Comfort Care Home Care Virginia Beach, a small company, yet it's like you, it's a national franchise that helps home care situations. And right now with small business, what really is the backbone of small businesses, and I'd love your feedback on this as an owner, is really how we take care of our staff.
Right.
Versus the bigger companies that can look at staff as nothing more than their employee number, and you're a dime a dozen, right? So what have you done? I mean, obviously, as you continue to grow and get busy, you're going to look for staff down the line as you continue to grow. Yes. What are you looking for in the right people to join your company to work as part of your team?
I value punctuality.
Okay.
I value honesty and effort.
Okay. And so those are, I mean, how do you gauge that? I mean, those are not things you can write on a resume.
Yes.
And I know, and I'm going to be very careful because there's HR things and all this other stuff. But, when you're sitting down with somebody that you've never met in an interview situation, those are things that like, if you may like the person, it's almost trial and error after a while, isn't it? I mean, you probably go out with them the first couple of times, see what they do. I mean, am I kind of touching on it?
That's exactly what I do.
Okay.
In the tech position, they can tell you on their resume their background and their formal training, for example.
Sure.
But you don't really know how well they'll fit the bill unless you see it.
Right.
So whenever I first bring on a tech, they go out with me or I with them.
Right.
For the first 2 weeks.
Okay.
After that, they basically go out on their own at about week 3 or 4.
Okay.
Depending upon my comfort level with how well they've done so far.
If they though extend beyond that 2 weeks of when you're with them and you need to be with them for a third and fourth week, that's probably a red flag, wouldn't it be? If you're not comfortable with them after a couple of weeks,
they may require some additional training.
Okay. Always a politically correct answer. This guy's on it. I can't get anything by him. No, but that's fair. Plus, you also want to see how they interact with your clients too,
yes.
Because they are an extension of you, your brand name. You want to make sure that they're communicating right, that they're representing your brand properly, and they're doing all of that as well, and not doing the things that would embarrass your company's name and your reputation.
Correct. Appearance is important.
Mm-hmm.
Clear communication, concise,
Mm-hmm.
To the point.
Okay.
And those are among the things that my techs especially
Sure.
really need to
Sure.
have.
Absolutely.
As I grow, eventually I'll need like bookkeepers
Right.
or schedulers.
Right.
Behind a desk type.
Yeah.
Individuals.
Office personnel.
Office
Sure.
personnel.
Like an office manager sort of.
Exactly.
Right.
Hopefully I get that large before too long. But when I do get to that point, it won't be quite as important
Right.
for how well they communicate unless they're answering phones.
Right.
But
you still want that presence though, because no matter what, hey, thank you for calling fitness mechanics technicians, machines technicians. They still have that presence of who they're representing the minute they pick up that telephone.
truly, they have to be professional.
Yeah, absolutely. Love it. I absolutely love it. I love picking the brains of small business people because what we're finding out, we're all kind of the same in what we're looking for in representation.
Right.
And as a small business like yourself, as much as you want to hire staff, sometimes it's hard to give away those responsibilities because you just are not sure that they're going to do it the way you want it,
Right.
or do it the way you do it.
If I'm in Virginia Beach and I've got a tech in Portsmouth
Right.
or even Williamsburg, which is our north end of our
Right.
territory,
Right.
I don't know exactly what they're saying or doing.
Right.
That's where the trust comes in.
Right. Absolutely. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to throw some more bizarro questions at him I can't believe we're down to almost just about one segment left already. Holy shnikes, time goes by. His phone number is on the crawl below, 702. No, not 702. Oh, that's my bad, John. That should be 757. What am I doing? Geez, that tells you the kind of day it is. There we go. Let me correct that. That's my bad, Mr. John. Sorry about that. 757-522-7121. 757-522-7121 is the phone number to call him. Check him out on Facebook as well and online. And all right. What was that? Assuming you don't already have this parked in your driveway, what's your all-time favorite car you'd like to own someday? And why?
Any model Ferrari.
Any model for color?
It's got to be red.
Got to be red. That's a
Gotta be
two-seater,
red.
isn't it?
What?
Those Ferraris mostly are two-seaters?
Yes.
Yeah. How does a tall guy like you and I get into those small
I would
cars?
have to fold my legs, basically.
Sit in the back seat and drive from the back seat.
But worth it.
All right. Very good. Do you have it in your driveway?
Not even close.
Not even close. I had the little Matchbox car sitting on
That's
the
about
shelf. Right? Absolutely. All right. That's cool. Favorite meal, top to bottom, starting with an appetizer. If you piece your own favorite meal together, what would it be? Start with Appy.
Well, I am a Mexican food fanatic.
Okay.
I don't know about connoisseur, but I love any Mexican food.
Okay.
So let's say, I don't know really off the top of my head what kind of appetizers they have.
It could be anything, whatever you want to have as an appy. It could be quesadilla.
Quesadilla.
Yeah, okay, quesadilla. How about a main
Yes.
dish? Let's go to the main dish.
Any kind of California burrito, for example.
Okay.
Love it.
Rice
Rice.
on the side. Beans. Are you a bean guy too?
I am.
Inside the burrito? Inside the food?
Inside,
Outside?
outside, on top,
Smothered?
whatever.
Just dive into a pool of beans
Exactly.
and I'm all over. Dessert. What kind of dessert would you get with a meal like that?
I love fried ice cream.
Fried ice. That's such an oxymoron. How do you fry ice cream without it melting, right?
I've been to some Mexican establishments that offered the fried ice cream. It was just so good.
How about a drink? What's your adult libation to have for a meal like that?
Adult libation would probably be a daiquiri.
Okay. All right. That's not bad.
Yeah. It's not super manly, but
no, hey, whatever. It's your meal, man.
It's my meal.
It's your meal, absolutely. All right, that's fair. Favorite curse word? And you could say it on the air. FCC doesn't regulate the internet.
Well, I don't often curse.
All right. So when you get absolutely mad at something, what do you say or do? What comes out?
What the freak?
There you go. Shut the front door. What the freak?
Right.
I like that.
Yeah.
Says it, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
Absolutely.
All right. Favorite superhero, Batman or Superman?
Superman all the way.
Well, that does it for today's shows, folks. You say that in front of my
do.
studio?
Percent of the decorations in here is Batman.
It is. Well, actually, I have one up there somewhere I have it somewhere. It's a joint of Batman and Superman. It's like one of those hybrid models. I have it up there. It's the only Superman I have in here. It's all Batman. All Batman related. People know that about me.
Right.
All right. What do you like to do for hobbies? So, you know what? There's a lot of people from all over watching.
Yes.
What is, let's say, your 3 favorite things you like to do to relax here in the Hampton Roads area? What do you like to do, like museums or recommendations for people to come and see and do when they come to the area?
My recommendation to people when they come to the area?
Mm-hmm.
I think the aquarium down by the ocean front would be a great place for tourists to go.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of. I haven't been there. I've been in town 2 years, and I actually on my TV show, I interviewed Karen Byrne. She works for the museum for the aquarium, and she's been there a long time.
Right.
And we were talking about the sea life and some of the new exhibits down there, and it really is as big as that place is. It's the best kept secret in the area.
It really is.
Everybody loves it.
I think I mean, I don't know facts, but it appears to be underutilized.
I agree with that. Have you ever been to the Aviation Museum on the Pungo direction?
I'm ashamed to admit, no.
Really? And I've been there twice.
Yeah.
Love that place. The history and you know, especially being in the services. I realize Navy versus the Air Force and all the planes, but they have 2 hangars in the back off the main building that is filled with World War II planes. They even have walls in there. One of the hangars is built with the original walls from Germany, and you can still see bullet holes.
Oh wow!
In the walls. I mean, it's freakish when you walk in there to see this stuff. But the Aviation Museum is one that I highly recommend people go check out, just for the beauty of the planes, if nothing else. So you got one. So you got the aquarium. What else? Give me 2 other things that you recommend people, as someone who's been here for 20, 25 years, almost 30 years. What else would you recommend? What do you like to do? Where do you like to go and do? You said you're a mountain guy.
I do.
We don't have a whole lot of mountains here,
don't.
But you can drive to some mountains in the area, right?
If it were up to me and I didn't have responsibilities here, I would move to probably East Tennessee. Okay. Somewhere in and around Dollywood.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
My wife doesn't like driving on narrow, icy roads, so I couldn't live too high up in the mountains. So.
Yeah, but if you get the plow in front of your car, you can plow as you go. There you go. Cool. Give me one more. What's your favorite? What's your favorite restaurant that you like to go to here in town? Obviously, you're Mexican food, but what's your favorite restaurant in town that you like to go to?
I also enjoy P.F. Chang's.
Okay.
Every time I've been there, it's been
because it's right down the corner.
I do. I might go there right after the meeting.
There's a lot of great restaurants right here.
Really
it's one of the reasons why my studio is where it is, because it's such great curb appeal. All right, let's get back to business here. Last question in that series before we wrap up. This is the only serious one of those things that I ask. When the day comes many, 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 many years from now, you're going to be standing at the pearly gates. Yes. The maitre d' is there to welcome you in.
Yes.
What is it you want to hear them say to you upon entering into the pearly gates?
You are deemed worthy. Come on in.
There you go. I love it. All right. Phone number 757-522-7121 is the phone number. The website is fitnessmachinetechnicians.com. Hampton Roads, that's how you're going to get to this guy, because it is a franchise, it's a national company. So wherever you are, you can certainly reference it. But if you're in this area, if you have a piece of equipment at home that's not working right, give them a call. If you work out at a gym that's not working right and that machine just doesn't seem to get fixed, there must be a reason. Let them know that Dave exists, and you can look them up here on the show. Go back and revisit the episode. For any information that you may want to revisit, please do so. All right, so you have a couple of minutes right now. This is one time I'm going to have you look in the camera, talk direct to my audience, and tell them why they need to reach out and make sure their equipment's working, why they need to call you to do that, and give them your contact information again. Go for it. The last couple of minutes is all yours.
The why? Because equipment is expensive. It's an investment. It's not a car, although the big commercial grade equipment can be dang close. Literally, some of the commercial grade equipment, the treadmill can be.
And they do depreciate like cars do also.
They can, and they do. And nobody who owns expensive equipment like that wants to spend replacement costs buying a new piece of equipment every 3 to 5 years. Using me, you can extend that lifespan, double it, perhaps, maybe more. Plus, safety.
Do you provide warranty for your work when you go in repair, other than the manufacturer's warranty on equipment?
We provide a 30-day labor warranty.
Okay.
Parts warranty is covered by the manufacturers.
Gotcha. Okay, so you even get 30 days extra, making certain that it works right after they fix it. So you got nothing to lose. You got everything to gain, but have good, healthy equipment to stay. Listen, today's day and age, health is so important on so many different levels. I think there's a lot of people out there still kind of go, I don't need that. Why do I want to invest money in a treadmill or whatever? Trust me, there's probably a lot of treadmills sitting in people's rooms right now that need to be looked at. Even if it was working the last time you used it, but you haven't used it in quite some time, my suggestion, preventive maintenance. Before you get back on that sucker, turn it on, make sure it's not smoking, but still have Dave and his crew come out and make sure that the equipment is working properly. So you don't have to call 911 saying, I've fallen and I can't get up. So this way he kind of can do all of that. Thank you for coming in, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Everything we can. Absolutely. So remember, this is the guy you want to call, 757-522-7121. All right. Program note reminder: in about 35 minutes, the voice of 757 will be on Cox Cable Channel 4. 12:30 to 1, Arrington Gavin is my guest there. And we did a little goofy little segment with my Hampton Roads happenings. It would be a lot of fun to tune in to hear about some events coming up. And next week is the 25th. I have no idea who my guest is next week, so you're going to have to stay tuned to social media to see who's going to be on the show next week. We got a lot of good stuff going on around here. If you'd like to participate and be an advertiser and be part of the show, just as Dave has, hey, email me, Aaron@thevoiceof757.com. I'd love the opportunity to chat and share with you what we do for businesses like Dave, either here on the podcast or on the TV show, and get your business out in front of folks. And if you'd like to learn about how to do a podcast or how to really hone your skills in communication, let me know. Hit me up. I can do it virtually no matter where you are. Thanks to Zoom and equipment like this, I can teach you how to do what I do, hopefully only better, and be able to communicate with your fellow business people. All right, with that, everybody, that does it for me. We're going to get out of town here, get out of Dodge a few minutes early. John's going to love that because I know he's got to get over to the studio for Thoughts Count Anywhere. Great podcast that I was part of launching, but I know Matt and crew out there have continued to do yeoman's work out there. So check out all the news for all your wrestling stuff. With that, everybody, be kind to everybody. Why? We're all we have. So take care of everybody. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time right here in Aaron's Hour, coast to coast. Thank you for watching.